Hi, thank you for clicking on this video. Really do appreciate it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my 2023 journey. I hate that word. My 23 journey with the Beatles as a vinyl collector and as a YouTuber. If you're interested, if you want to stick around, and I might be moaning about Paul McCartney quite a bit, so stick around for that. 2023 for me started off a little bit sour because at the end of 2022, Paul McCartney released his singles box set and it looked amazing. And I thought, even though I don't collect 7-inch singles, I thought that'd be a good way to have that stuff as well. But it was £615. I've watched videos where people justify it, oh, well, if you bought a 7-inch single in 1970, shut up. It's £615 now, and yes, you get a lot with it, but there's just no way it's worth that much. They must be making an absolute mint on that. But I think the real reason this box set irked me a little bit was, going back further to the end of 2020, he released McCartney 3, and then obviously there was like 56 different versions of that album. Now, I get a lot of comments saying you don't have to buy this stuff, and that's absolutely 100% true. I don't have to buy it, and I haven't bought 58 versions. I know that there's people out there that have bought all this stuff, and it's those people that well, A, I think they're mental, but B, I think they're the ones that have been taken advantage of in this situation, because there are completists and they will buy everything. So that's why when I saw the high price tag on this box set, I was just like, yeah, I think you're taking the piss. So I think the first thing he actually released in 2023 was the half-speed master of Rose Speedway. As you can probably tell, I've not even opened it. And this is a problem of mine. I'm collecting this stuff, but I've not listened to it. I will do. Don't get me wrong. I just never get round to it. So after that, the fans were sort of, wondering what was going to come next. There was a McCartney compilation album which had remastered versions from London Town and Back to the Egg on it. So everyone was thinking, well, they'll be next. And they weren't. So I'm not too worried about London Town. I love Back to the Egg. That's second favourite Wings album. That's a bold statement. I need to revisit that. I'm not too worried about London Town, if I'm honest. I've tried to get into that album and I can't. It's awful. Will I be buying it if it comes out on archive? Yeah, I've got all the other ones. I'm such a dickhead. Why do I do it? And then I think, just to shut people up, Paul McCartney, drops a little hint that there's going to be a new Beatles song, and that came out, yes, Now and Then. When I first heard Now and Then, I was like, nah, it's okay. It's okay. And then I watched the video, and I was like, oh, okay, you got me in my feels. You got that. It was just something very nice about watching it along with the video. It was, it's nice. I liked it. I actually did an Under the Covers special, that little program I do on this channel that no one watches. And it just showed you the cover versions that were already out there of John Lennon's demo. And some of them were amazing, like trying to imagine it as the Beatles. And some of them did a really good job. Some would say a better job. But I have grown to love this song now. I still don't love the cover. I recently saw a group of people in Central Park at the Strawberry Fields bit on John Lennon's birthday, and they did a version, and it's not great. It's just loads of people, standing around singing Now and Then, and I went, "Oh, it is really good." Just the whole bringing of people together and singing a song. It was lovely. It was lovely. Got me in my feels again. Oh God, I'm so emotional. The thing that I actually didn't like about this was all the releases again with it. I know you don't have to buy them all. I know that. But it was the price of these releases. They were extortionate. I just had a quick look at Beatles.com and all the coloured vinyls are sold out. They are £18 each. And that's not including the postage. They usually charge like £4 extra for the postage as well. So you're looking at 22 quid. You can still get the black vinyl. That is £15 for a 7-inch. I tell you what though, at those prices, it's making that Paul McCartney singles box set look like an absolute steal. So yeah, the pricing disgusting. Yeah. People will pay it though. People have bought it. It was all sold out. So what do I know? So Now and Then had to be apparently had to be attached to a bigger release to make it more special, and so that's why they released the Red and Blue albums. And I like these. The Red album especially. The Blue album, not so much. If the rumour mill is to be believed, this was rushed. And given what's on the Blue album, I believe that, if I'm honest. I love the remixes on the Red album. I think they're really good. In my review of it, which if you watch, thanks for watching that, it got thousands of views. Quite a bit of controversy about what was added. Like there's quite a lot of, is it Revolver on there? And there was, but they're good mixes. The new stuff that we got, which was a hell of a lot more on here, it sounded to me amazing. I loved it. I do believe they rushed the Blue album though. I point you towards Old Brown Shoe. To me, that is not a finished mix. There's part of the guitar missing. It doesn't make. Watch my Blue album review. You'll see what I'm talking about. I don't want to go over old ground. Go and watch the video. Quite a few people don't like the I Am the Walrus remix. I don't mind it. I'm just looking at it. That's the mix that's on this Blue album. I think I read somewhere that Giles Martin will be doing it again. So don't worry, you'll get it, I guess. And obviously the problem with the Blue album is that it's from 1967 to 1970, and it's got Now and Then on it, which, wait, come on, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that. I think they should have waited, maybe release this next year, or when we wanted it, because we didn't. No one was asking for this. Then the 50th anniversary of Band on the Run was coming up, and there was no announcement for a 50th special edition or even a half-speed master. And I did a review of it to mark its 50th anniversary. I took the piss out of Denny Lane and I released it on the day that he died. So I felt great. I didn't really take the piss. I just, was just saying that maybe Paul McCartney did more of the writing in Wings. That's all I was saying. I think it was on the actual anniversary of Band on the Run that they announced that there was going to be a 50th anniversary. They're going to bring out a half-speed master of it, which is great because that will fit my collection very nicely. But also they're going to bring out the underdubbed mixes. Now, I was like, okay, and I at this point, I'm a beaten Paul McCartney's fan. Just beaten. It's like, oh, I'm going to do this now. It's like, okay, I'll buy it. So I ordered the 2 LP edition, and after I did it, I was like, oh, am I going to really listen to him? Like I've said before, I haven't listened to some of the Red Rose Speedway stuff. So I was like, I don't know. And then they released the Band on the Run underdub mix, which was available. I think it's on iTunes and it's also available on YouTube. So I thought I'd give that a listen. And I just thought, what are you releasing now? Just so people will buy stuff. It's just like, I know what underdub means, but it was so underwhelming. That's what it should be called. The underwhelming mix. After hearing that, I cancelled my order and I just went for the half-speed master. It will look nice on my shelf. And I'll just listen to the iTunes stuff if I want to. So I was already feeling a little bit taken advantage of by the McCartney camp because I was just like, what are you selling me now? And then they announced McCartney 3x3, and my fandom of McCartney took a huge hit. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, oh, he's still a genius. Still love the guy. He's still my idol. But to release McCartney 3, this is the 3rd year anniversary of it. To release McCartney 3 again on 3 different vinyl, of which you can't pick the one that you get, is disgusting. And you're right. You don't have to buy it. I'm definitely not buying it. But I just feel for the people that already have 56 copies of this bloody album that are completists, that are going to try and get the 3 different coloured vinyls. It would have been okay if you could choose which one you got, but you can't. Everybody wants the swirly one. Everybody wants that. Again, these albums aren't cheap. And so McCartney completists, fanatics, I know fans is short for fanatics, but I think it needs to have its own category. They're going to try and get this. And how many are they going to be able to buy? First off, you can only buy 2 per customer. So even if you wanted to buy 3 and hope that you got all 3 different, yeah, you can only buy 2. Get a mate to get one for you. So that's how I'm ending my 2023. I don't like the business practices of the Beatle camp and the McCartney camp. I think McCartney camp's worse. There are other groups out there that are doing this. I'm sure the Rolling Stones are doing it. I'm sure there are many others doing it. But in my sphere, I only really get to see those, and I just don't like it. It leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. It really does. I've never felt like this on previous years when they've released Let It Be, the White Album, all the remix Beatles albums. Never felt like this before. So I'm just hoping that 2023 is just a bad year that maybe they'll learn something from. They'll probably learn that people will buy whatever shit they give to them. Coming next year, McCartney 3, 4th year anniversary, this time underdubbed. This year hasn't been all bad, but mainly through things that I have created myself around the Beatles. I've got this Under the Covers show that I do that no one watches. I moan about it because it's a lot of work and no one's watching it. But it's something I've always wanted to do, and I'm doing it. So no one's watching that, that's fine. People tend to watch the videos where I'm having a moan, which is great, and they get thousands of views. So I appreciate all the subscribers that I've got since then. It's been great. I think it was back in November I only had like 50 subscribers, and now I've got 600 and something. So me moaning about the Beatles has had a positive effect on me. Well, it's had no effect on me, really. I'm not getting monetized or anything, but you get my point. Actually, as I've brought it up, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be awesome. Also, like this video if you like it. If you like the video, like the video. Yeah? If you like me, subscribe. Look how much fun I'm having. So I'm hoping 2024 will be much better. Obviously, it's going to start a bit rocky with the 50th anniversary, which was 3 months before, of Band on the Run. And the underwhelmed mixes. I shouldn't laugh, it's not even that funny. But I will be calling them the underwhelmed mixes from now on. Over the next couple of days, I will be releasing a special Christmas edition. Woo! See that tree up there? I'd already recorded it, but then I went off on a tangent whilst recording that, and I thought I'll just make a whole video of my tangent. This is my tangent. I hope you liked it. But yes, I've got a special Under the Covers Christmas edition coming where I look at Free as a Bird. No, I look at Christmas time is here again. Has anybody covered it? Well, yes, they have. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. I also look at the solo Christmas songs from the Beatles, and there was a surprise in there. So tune in for that if you want to know what the surprise is. Anyway, thank you for joining me again to listen to me moan about the Beatles. I love them. I love them. I just don't like the greed. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you don't watch my Under the Covers special, which you're mental if you don't, but if you don't, I hope you have a great Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year. Goodbye.